Hello you beautiful people, and welcome to this lecture where we're going to be creating a program that simulates a conversation with a 3-year-old. You know what it's like. Children have infinite questions, and basically no matter what answer you give them, they're always going to ask, but why? And the only way to stop them is to say, just because, and then they seem quite happy with it. So today we're going to be simulating this situation by using a while loop. And by the end of the lecture, you'll be very confident using while loops, and you will also probably be able to have a chuckle or two with your friends, and will never forget while loops as long as you live. So let's get into it. Alright, so as usual, I'm going to go ahead and create a new script, file new file, hit save, go to the desktop, Python Bible, going to call it baby.py, hit enter, save it, maximize, and we're good to go. Okay, so first let's get the baby to ask a question and get the answer that we provide stored in a variable called answer. So as a micro challenge, why don't you go ahead and do that? Pause the video now and just get the baby, or the computer in this instance, to ask any question you like and store the answer in a variable called answer. Use the input function and the prompt as your question. So go ahead and do that now. How'd you get on? Pretty standard right by now, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the baby ask why the sky is blue. Pretty reasonable question. We're going to have answer equals input. Why is the sky blue? Okay. I'm going to put a colon there and just leave that like that. So now I want the baby to continually ask why over and over and over and over until the user answers just because. Okay, so basically, while the answer is not equal to just because, we want the code to run, right? Now, as another micro challenge, I want you to try and construct a while loop that will run while the answer does not equal just because. So pause the video now and come back to see how you got on. How'd you get on? Well, here's how I'd have done it. I'd have just put down here, I'd have a while loop, while answer does not equal just because. Okay, and that would be my while loop. Now, one thing that I want to make sure, can you see the way that just because is all in lowercase? Well, I want to convert whatever the user enters as the answer as into lowercase up here to make sure that it matches the same format. So brilliant. That's exactly what's happened there. Now inside, I need to have the baby continually ask why over and over and over again. Okay, so to do that, I'm just going to have answer equals input why, like that. Okay, and again doing the strip and lowercase. I'm also going to do a strip up here. Okay, so now we're going to continually get answers in from the user, which is going to update the answer variable. And so when the user enters just because, that's going to break this loop, right? So let me just show you it working. Why is the sky blue? And we could say something like, because that is how light passes through the atmosphere. You know, if you've got Einstein for a baby or something, right? You click enter, why? And you say something like, I don't know, wavelengths. Why? And you just go, oh, okay, just because. And that's it. The baby's happy. Now, how amazing is that, right? That's bloody, I think that's fantastic. So, however, it's kind of boring to just ask one question all the time, right? So why don't we make a list of questions and then pick a random one from the list for the baby to use? Okay, now go ahead and pause the video now, head over to your script and make a list at the top called questions. Okay, I want you to make a list of questions at the top. Let's say of at least 3 question strings that you'd like the baby to ask, and then come back to see how you did. Welcome back. So here's what I'd do. I'd have my variable called questions, and I'd have in here, why is the sky blue? I'd have, why is there a face on the moon, and I'd ask, you know, where are all the dinosaurs? Questions that trouble me to this day. Now we want to get a random choice from these questions and ask it in here, right? Instead of just asking why is the sky blue, we want to pick a random one from there. Now there's a useful function called it's called the random choice function. Okay, so for that we're going to need to import it because it's not available in Python originally. So up here I'm going to import random. Okay, and actually even better, I'm going to say from random import choice. Now that allows us just to use choice like this. If I just done import random, I would have to type random.choice. So you can see the difference. I've basically just imported the choice function so I can use it as it is, rather than having to do random.choice. Okay, so now I'm going to write the question. Question is going to be a choice from the questions, and then I'm just going to put inside there that question. So we're going to take a random choice from this list, and then we're going to ask the user that question and repeatedly ask why over and over. So let's see how that works. Why is there a face on the moon? Okay, so I'm going to say, I don't know, to keep away all the ghosts. Why? And so and so. So we just say just because. Okay, and the baby's quite happy with that. Now if I run it again, and actually I'm just going to put that colon and space at the end of all these strings to make it look a bit nicer. Colon and space, colon and space. Maybe break the line there. Colon and space. By the way, you can do that, right? You can just put a colon. You can break the line to keep everything all nice like that. So let's run it again. Why is there a face on the moon? We've just answered that. These persistent kids. Let's try one more time. Run. Where are all the dinosaurs? Dead. Why? Just because. Okay. We've obviously got tired of this baby's incessant questions. So, I mean, that's brilliant. Let's just now make it look like the child is quite satisfied with our answer. Okay. We're just going to get the baby to print. Oh. Okay. Like that. So now when we run it, why is the sky blue? Just because. Oh, okay. And there we are. That's brilliant. So hopefully you've had some fun making this program, and also you've got a better understanding of what while loops are now, and also how to kind of use them with data structures and things like that. Now, while loops are really useful, but there's another type of loop that I like better. For loops. For loops are ridiculously powerful, and I'd make the guess that for loops will come up in practically every single program you will ever write, if it's, of a serious enough length. Like, seriously, every single time I write a program, for loops have always come up. They're amazing, and I love them, okay? So for loops are potentially the single most useful thing in this whole course, and I can't wait to show you them because they're absolutely brilliant. I'll see you in the next video.